My wife left for her coach, and the kids blamed me for years, so I cut them off completely. My wife left, and the kids took her side, and I felt erased. I married at 22 and had 3 kids by 30. When our oldest, Nicole, turned 10, my wife started seeing her tennis instructor and moved out. She begged me not to tell the kids why, saying it would destroy them, and I agreed because I thought I was protecting them. That one choice wrecked my life. To the kids, Mom was sad and brave, and Dad was the guy who walked away. She stayed in the big house, kept their routines, and cried on cue when people asked questions. I moved into a small apartment with a folding table and a mattress on the floor. I showed up every weekend with snacks, and half the time the door barely opened. If they did come, it was stiff, like I was a guest. Family dinners turned into cross exams. Where were you? Why don't you love us? Why did you do this to Mom? My wife would sit there quiet, letting me drown. At recitals, I'd sit in the back and watch them look right through me. If I tried to hug them, they'd stiffen and step away. She never once said, "Tell them the truth." By the time my youngest, Violet, hit 17, they stopped speaking to me at all. The only thing I'd get were cold texts. Riley wrote, "I wish you'd never been born." I stared at that message for an hour, like it might change if I blinked. I wanted to show them everything. The messages I found, the hotel charge, the timeline. But my ex was ready for that. She told me if I tried, she'd drag me through court, tell everyone I was unstable, and make my elderly mom's life miserable. She had money, lawyers, and friends in the right places. I was barely paying rent, so I stayed quiet and swallowed it. The silence didn't make me noble, it just made me alone. I'd scroll and see photos of birthdays and holidays I wasn't invited to. Even my own place was silent. On Christmas morning, I'd wake up in an empty place while my kids opened gifts with her and the tennis guy who moved in fast. I kept showing up anyway. I'd mail cards, I'd leave voicemails that never got returned. Then 2 full years went by with nothing at all. No calls, no texts, not even a "stop contacting us." That's when I hit my lowest point and ended up in the hospital for a few days, then in a program to get my head back on straight. My boss found out because I missed work and didn't answer. When I got back, he didn't lecture me. He shut his office door and said, "There's a position opening across the country. Fresh start. Do you want it?" I was 46, and in my city, I had nothing left but old memories and new pain. I took the transfer. The first year was rough. New apartment, new job, therapy twice a week, and nights so quiet I could hear my own breathing. I promised myself I wouldn't chase people who didn't want me. That's when I met Monica in a coffee shop. She noticed my hands shaking when my phone buzzed and didn't make it weird. She listened when I said I had kids I didn't see. She didn't push. She just stayed. 2 years later, we got married. Now I'm 56. Monica and I have 2 kids, a 7-year-old son and a 5-year-old daughter. I coach soccer. My daughter and I do pancake Saturdays. I pack lunches. I show up. Years ago, I told my mom I didn't want updates about my older kids. One small comment about Riley's wedding sent me into a spiral for weeks. After that, Mom respected the boundary until she passed 2 years ago. Then, last Tuesday, my phone rang with my old area code. I answered on instinct. All I heard was, "Dad," and my chest locked up. I panicked and said, "Sorry, wrong number," and hung up. My hands were shaking so bad I almost dropped the phone. They called back twice. I stared at it ringing, then blocked the number. That night, I didn't sleep. Monica found me at 2 in the morning, sitting at our kitchen table like I was frozen. I told her everything, finally. I cried so hard, my ribs hurt. The next morning, I called my uncle back in my old city because I needed a filter between me and them. One person I could trust to tell me what was real. He said it was Nicole. She's 34 now, and she's been trying to find me for months. He started to say she learned what really happened, but I cut him off. I didn't want details over the phone. I just wanted to know what they wanted from me now. My therapist squeezed me in and said, "You don't have to open the door wide. You can crack it with rules." All I could think about was my son's face if people walked into his life and then vanished. I can't put him through that. But I also kept hearing Riley's text in my head, and I felt that old hole open up again. Monica opened my laptop, made a new email address for me, and put her hand over mine because it wouldn't stop trembling. We wrote 3 short lines. "I got your call. I'm safe. If you want to talk, it